date 25 this month, 25th June 2025 ni public all day ya hiyo tu, si majenzi. Unajua sasa tumejaribu kukuja na upole, mnatutumia maguni. Tunajaribu kukuja hivi, bado mnatuataka. But hatuta give up President William Ruto.
In 2024, the country almost exploded.
Demonstration by people angry over planned tax hikes has turned deadly.
The finance bill was tabled, and Kenyans flooded the streets.
And we start with breaking news out of Nairobi, Kenya, where
It was punitive, cruel, a document designed to strangle the poor and to protect the powerful. And when the people rose, when they said enough, the only thing that saved William Ruto was Raila Odinga.
Mio and ODM party leader Raila Odinga's allies to the cabinet has not only secured Odinga's place in the country's fourth administration, but cemented his handshake with Ruto.
Now, by joining the so-called broad-based government, Raila handed Ruto a lifeline. He cooled down the fire. He bought time, but now that lifeline is gone.
Today a young man was shot, another one. You know, the irony is that the young people are on the street because of the loss of a young man's life. And then in their protest, another one dies.
There are 840 days left to the next election, but experts are warning Ruto may not even survive the next 6 days.
Sasa, what do we do as a country? I have calculated the days to the next general election. It's about 840 days. Wakenya watavumilia hii masiku zote. Tumechoka kumon Albert Ojwang. Huyu ni mwingine ametuacha. Yani mtu anapigwa tu risasi hapa papa.
This time, the anger is different. It's deeper, and it's coming from all sides.
I am convinced, beyond reasonable doubt, if all the bishops in this country, me included, were to declare enough is enough, this nonsense will come to an end.
The death of Albert Ojwang has sparked something that hasn't been seen for years. Raw national outrage.
Cousins, as we call each other lately, I cannot say anymore that I am proud to be Kenyan. Ukweli usemwe, sijivuni kuwa Mkenya, sio kwa sasa. We have been on the streets for far too long, trying to speak up against injustices, and it has fallen on deaf ears. We are signaling a blind person, and worse so, signaling a blind person in the dark. We are on our own.
Boniface Karaoke, a mask vendor, was shot while hustling.
Protests in the streets, and then during the protests, you go ahead and shoot somebody else. I have never seen that much excellence in stupidity.
Students are not being spared. Young people are dying in the streets, and not because they are criminals. Their only offense is the simple fact that they are citizens of this country and they have chosen to speak up against a punitive regime.
An average Kenyan youth who dares to speak the truth now lives in fear.
Fear that a Subaru may come and whisk them away at night.
Not for stealing, not for killing, but for speaking.
Speaking against a broken system.
A system feeding on our future and our resources.
Some of us have been tortured and brutally silenced.
Some of us have disappeared. No one knows where to.
Even Ruto's own backyard is uncomfortable. People from Raila Odinga's camp, people like Sifuna, they are speaking out against the injustices of this government.
Mahali tumefika Kenya hii, we want action, we don't want words. Na nataka niseme, for me, ukiniuliza kama Sifuna, ule mkataba tuliandika na UDA is of no use as I speak today. Haina kazi hiyo mkataba. Kwa sababu inawezekanaje tunaandikishana tuseme hamtaua vijana. Kijana anachukuliwa kutoka kwao, anapelekwa mpaka Nairobi, anawao kwa sel.
Look at MPs from the area that Ojwang comes from.
We have been failed by IPOA. IPOA cannot, as the person investigating police conduct, attend a press conference where the police are explaining their own conduct. You cannot do that. IPOA cannot come and tell us that they have arrested people and they are prosecuting people for murder when the central suspect has not written a statement to date.
These are supposed to be the defenders of the president, the inner circle of the so-called unity government. But now they are questioning everything. Because how do you defend a government that kills your own constituents? How do you justify a presidency that ignores court orders?
We are calling for justice for his arrest, the resignation of the IG. The IG has gone against the court orders.
A government that allows police to cover their faces and kill citizens.
Court ilikataza maskari ku cover their faces during protests. They are doing that under the watch of the IG and the president. The president has failed us. In fact, the president should also resign.
And also refuses to take accountability.
They have given the authority to goons and stepped back to kill us from behind. A government we are supposed to obey and respect has given its power to thugs.
This is not a government, it's a dictatorship wrapped in a PR campaign.
Now tonight, a shocking revelation that could shake the foundations of the Kenya-Sudan relations. In the heart of the brutal conflict engulfing Sudan, evidence has surfaced suggesting the involvement of the Kenyan government. Ammunition marked with the Kenyan government's name has been found in Sudan.
Beyond the borders, the walls are also closing in. Sudan has openly criticized Kenya for meddling, for arming rebel leaders, for destabilizing their region. Let's be blunt. Kenya, under Ruto, is starting to smell. What was once the pride of East Africa is becoming a cautionary tale. A government too arrogant to see its own collapse.
We are seconds away from state-sponsored militia. Walai. I know those are tough words to hear, but that is what it is.
Experts are not mincing their words anymore. They are saying what many are afraid to whisper. Ruto's government is on the verge of collapse. The people are rising. His allies are uneasy. Mount Kenya is watching. The courts are being ignored. The neighbors are condemning him. And every second, the pressure is building.
Tomorrow is going to be a national holiday. We are going to close the nation briefly for innovation. We cannot continue with the normalcy when the government we elected is killing us.
One of the main problems with our president is that he's not able to read the signs of time. He's not able to tell that you cannot keep applying solutions that worked years ago to problems that are rising currently.
Aki ukienda maandamano utauliwa. Ukikaa home bado watakujia kwa nyumba. Ukienda tu biashara zako za kawaida bado utadedi. Like, where are we safe? Yani alafu hadi watu wakikufa ama watu wao wakufe wanataka tuwahurumie. Guy,
the people now are more informed. People have gone to school. There is social media. That means every small problem in your government is going to be amplified. It's going to be magnified in triple resolution.
Kama si kelele yako, ikesi Albert ingelengwa. Someone tell those killers that as long as I exist, this will be the last case file being thrown under the rug. Woe unto you for thinking that we'd let this slide. To my fellow patriots, it's high time we stop sitting and thinking that police brutality will end. Ndio maana leo tunasema enough is enough.
Not to say you're the worst president that this country has ever had, only that you've come in an era where we cannot tolerate bad governance. And the problem is you as the president and your allies keep comparing yourselves with the president who came at a time where there was no this level of scrutiny.
We cannot hand over to people abana mpango. Ati mpango yao Ruto must go. Sasa
June 25th is coming.
June 25th is our Madaraka Day. And we are going to show Ruto that stadium he filled with goons the other day on Madaraka Day is nothing but a drop in the ocean. Hii Nairobi tutajaa yote.
And it's coming soon. This could be the day where everything breaks. And mark my words, it's no longer about reforms. It's about survival. Survival for our country. Survival for the young people of this country. Survival for the kids of the young people of this country. What kind of place are our kids going to be born into?
Kenya has never been this bad. The previous worst regime we ever had now looks like child play compared to this one. The future of this country, which lives in the loins and the brains of the young people, does not matter anymore to this regime. Don't tell me this regime cares about the young people or the future, because if they did, they would not be killing us from every side.
It's time for the president to get it right. And if he's not willing to get it right, I'm afraid, but I have to say that his time is very, very fast coming to an end.